Hello, dear friends. Today, I'm back again with another beautiful magical story. Please make sure to listen from the beginning to the very end. I hope you enjoy it. To support us, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to all, so you won't miss any of our amazing tales. Thank you all so much. Now, let's go to the story. The Last Key of Light in the Forgotten Kingdom. Long ago, before the stars found their places in the sky, there was a hidden kingdom beneath the fog, a place called Vealoria. In this land, mountains floated like silent ships in the air, rivers sang lullabies, and the winds carried whispers of ancient magic. The kingdom thrived under the protection of the Lightkeepers, guardians who held the sacred keys of light, relics forged from the very heart of the stars. But centuries passed, and darkness crept into Vealoria. One by one, the keys of light were lost, and the Lightkeepers faded into legend. Eventually, only one remained, the last key of light, hidden deep within a place no map remembered. In a quiet village nestled between silver hills lived a humble girl named Alira. Her days were spent pouring wax and shaping candles with her parents. Their home smelled of honey and smoke, and though their life was modest, it was filled with warmth. Yet Alira was different. She often wandered into the forest alone, listening, not to birds or streams, but to the quiet between sounds. The silence spoke to her in ways no one could understand. One rainy evening, as thunder growled in the sky, a mysterious traveler arrived. Draped in a cloak of silver threads and moonlight, the traveler entered the candle shop and placed a vine-wrapped scroll on the counter. Her eyes were like mirrored lakes, deep and unreadable. "Alira," she said softly, "the world is calling you." The scroll was ancient. As Alira unrolled it, the ink shimmered and danced. Forests shifted, mountains turned, and in its center, glowing faintly, were the words, "The Forgotten Kingdom, where the last key of light waits." That night, Alira sat awake, staring at the map as candlelight flickered. She didn't tell her parents. She knew they would try to stop her. At dawn, she quietly packed her things. A flint stone, a leather journal, her mother's silver locket, and 3 candles, and slipped out into the mist. Her journey began through the whispering woods. The trees spoke in forgotten languages. Strange lights floated among the branches. Alira stayed calm, whispering her name to the forest, and the forest whispered back. On the 3rd day, she crossed the river of glass, where water was clear as air and stepping stones sang beneath her feet. There, she rescued a wounded hawk with silver feathers and released it into the wind. It circled above her 3 times before vanishing into the clouds. She passed the fields of memory, where echoes of the past lingered. There she saw shadows of old warriors battling invisible foes, children laughing with the ghosts of parents long gone, and once, even a memory of herself, young and hand in hand with her mother. After a week of travel, Alira reached the Singing Cliffs, where every sound echoed into music. There she met a fox with golden fur and emerald eyes. "You are the candle bearer," he said. "My name is Corin. I was once a guardian of Vealoria." Together they continued westward, through the labyrinth of leaves, a maze of living hedges that shifted when lies were spoken, through the cave of hollow echoes, where the shadows of fear attempted to take form, and across the bridge of broken stars, where only those with true hearts could cross. One night, around a small fire, Corin spoke of the sorcerer Mordale, a former lightkeeper who had turned to darkness. "He hunts the key, Alira," Corin warned. "If he finds it, the light will never return." Alira felt fear but also determination. She had seen what silence held. She had heard the whisper of magic. That night, she dreamed of a throne made of roots and vines, and a voice that said, "The key is not found, it is awakened." They entered the Valley of Shadows, where illusions of doubt and despair danced like ghosts. There, Alira confronted a vision of herself failing, lost, alone. But Corin reminded her, "Your heart is the true map. Trust it." At last, they reached the Hollow Mountains. Deep within they found the Heart Chamber, its walls pulsing with ancient energy. Yet there was no key, only silence. Alira remembered a lullaby her mother used to hum. She sang it, her voice trembling in the vast cavern. Slowly a light blossomed from the chamber floor, illuminating crystalline memories of the old kingdom. The song unlocked the key of light, not an object, but a living memory of hope, meant to awaken in the pure of heart. Suddenly Mordale appeared, cloaked in smoke and shadow. He stretched out a hand to seize the light, but Alira stood firm. The chamber answered her courage, and a radiant wave of energy expelled Mordale in a thunderclap that shook the mountain. But the battle left her weak, and she collapsed into Corrin's arms. When she awoke, the world outside had changed. Above, the skies over Vealoria cleared. Forests bloomed, rivers resumed their songs, and starlight returned to its rightful shine. Villages that had fallen into ruin began to rebuild. People remembered the old songs. The lost lightkeepers, long faded into myth, appeared in dreams and visions, guiding the rebirth of their world. Alira came home changed. She was no longer merely a candlemaker's daughter. She was keeper of the last light. Her village held a festival in her honor, and her story was passed down from elder to child, from songs to stars. And the kingdom of Vealoria, once forgotten, would shine forevermore. The end. And that was our magical story for today. Until the next tale, take care and goodbye. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell to all, so you never miss one of our adventures. Thank you for watching.